Is the new Zotero app for iPad better for students than GoodNotes? If you are a research student, yes, it probably is. And I'm hopefully going to show you why right now. First of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Holly. I am a second year musicology PhD student from Ireland, although I'm currently based in New York. But this app has been a long time coming as far as I'm concerned, and I am most grateful to the Zotero gods for releasing it, and let me show you why. I store all of my PhD task management and writing in Notion. I use Zotero as a reference manager to store my references, and I was using GoodNotes to take notes on those references. Now, you can sync up Zotero and Notion really nicely with a plugin called Notero. If that's new to you and you're interested in learning more about it, I've made a video on it. I'll link it in the cards up here. But GoodNotes was kind of this awkward third wheel. I was really only using GoodNotes for her wonderful annotation capabilities.
She doesn't even go here.
I think that anything that I was using GoodNotes for, I can now do in the app. So I'll shut up, or at least I'll shut up this little segment, and I'll actually show you what I'm talking about. So two things. I have my Zotero open on my desktop, and I think the best way to show you how this works is to find a new article to read and show you how it would work in pseudo real time. Let's say I'm looking for a source on children's folk songs. I'm in Google Scholar and I type in children's folk songs, and let's go with the first article that comes up there. So I click into this article, quick scan, is it appropriate? Yes, I think it is. Just bear with me while I log in via my institution. Wonderful, so now I have full access to the PDF. I'll use my Zotero connector extension in Chrome to save it to my Zotero. I'm going to save it to my Zotero Notion folder, because anything that I save in that folder will then go into my Notion. So yeah, there it goes, and you saw the little notification there that said it was also saving in Notion. So let's go into Zotero now, into my folder, and there it is there, the child song genre, a comparison of songs by and for children. And now it's at the point where I want to read it and analyze it, critique it, and I don't like to do that on my laptop. I like to do it on my iPad because I like to handwrite notes on the PDF. Hence why GoodNotes was such a good fit for that purpose. But at this point I would have had to extract the PDF, airdropped it to my iPad into GoodNotes, or put it into GoodNotes via my laptop and then go to my iPad. I know, all these first world problems we have. Isn't life very tough? Sarcasm. But now I go into my Zotero. Once you've downloaded the app and you sync your account to the app, it is exactly as it should appear, as if you were on desktop. You have your folders and then you have the files. So let's go down to that particular file that we downloaded. I have my Zotero sorted so that the most recently imported references are at the top. Here is the article, as you can see, so I'm going to click into it, and there is the PDF. So super straightforward so far. I'm going to now take you through how you can annotate the file as I would do if I were to go in and now read it and critique it and make notes in the margins. I'm still skimming the surface with regards to the full capacity of this app. But straight away, whatever I was doing in GoodNotes to my PDFs, I know already I can do in Zotero from having been tinkering with it for the last 2 to 3 weeks. For example, one of the things that I love most in GoodNotes is that when you highlight something, it goes behind the text and it's in a straight line. I know I said this in my previous vlog, this is sounds like such a basic thing, but it's the little things. It's just a very efficient highlighting tool, which I really, really like. So let's say I want to highlight something. As I said, you click on this highlighter button at the top, and it will allow you to highlight text in any particular color. It goes behind the PDF. This particular PDF, or this article I should say, is relatively old. It's from 1991, so the text isn't set out in a way that's optimized for PDF annotation, but it's still allowing me to do it, which is great. The other thing that I liked to do with PDFs in GoodNotes is write notes in the margins, and this is where it differs slightly from GoodNotes, but in a good way, and I'm going to show you why. So again, microphone is not being my friend right now, so I'm just gonna draw a smiley face so that you can see. So go to the squiggle feature at the top, I'm sure that's the official technical name that all the Zotero whiz kids were calling it. And I'm just going to draw a smiley face. I promise you I'm drawing with my strong hand. I don't know why it looks so bad. But yeah. Now, both of those annotations that I've made, the highlight and the smiley face, they are now in this annotation tab down the side. And just to give you another example of a few more annotation types, I will actually write a word now. So let's say I write hello. I'm such a good researcher, can't you tell? There it is in the annotation tab. Wonderful. The other types of annotations you can do, you can add a post-it. So if I type that there, I can then write text. But just for example, if you like to handwrite your notes, you can do, let's say, hello, hello. That'll appear there via TypeScript. And then the other type of annotation you can make is a screenshot or a screen grab. So again, I'll just close down the annotation tab. If you're in STEM and you want to take a picture of a graph, you can do that, and then that also goes into your annotation tab. And this is where things get wild. Okay, hold on to your knickers. If I then exit out of that PDF and I'm back at my desktop, I can click on the parent file of that reference and it'll give me the option to add note from annotations. So if I do that, another item is added. What I really like about this feature is that if I go into these notes, you can click into them to have them in a separate window and make your own edits accordingly. You can edit those annotations directly, or you don't have to go back into the PDF to do that, or you can access them here on the side. You can add text, you can highlight again, you can change the formatting, you can add in links, you can add more citations, you can search them if they're pretty extensive, but you can also show the different annotation colors. Let's say it was a large file and you were highlighting references to explore further in blue, and then you were making your own critical notes in yellow. You can divvy up the two so that you can just see the ones in the color that you select. I do want to transfer those notes into Notion, instead of just copy and paste them from the note in Zotero. So I'll select them all, I'll copy. I'm going to go into my Notion. I want my research page, so let's go into that. Scroll down to my inbox, and there it is, right at the top. My link to the Zotero. This first feature is how relevant it is to my research. It's highly relevant, so it gets the green button. The reading status is that I have it, it's ready to start. Actually, I've already started it, so I can say it's in progress. The item type, it is a journal article. Tags, this is going to go directly into my current paper, which is called the PGR3, so I'm going to tag that so it comes up in that particular tab. The year, the author, you can add in various themes there, of course, and then I'm going to click into the page itself. So I'll go into it, open it as a page, add a new section, and paste. So that is how I've begun to incorporate the new Zotero app into my workflow and reading as a PhD student. To conclude this video by trying to answer the question I asked at the start, is this app better than GoodNotes for students? I think the answer will depend on the type of student that you are. If you are a research student, a grad student, or even an undergrad writing a paper that will require you to use or depend on a reference manager a lot, then yes, absolutely, I would recommend Zotero over GoodNotes. But ultimately, GoodNotes and Zotero serve two different functions. Zotero is a reference manager, and now it's added annotation features. GoodNotes is a note-taking app with the sole purpose of providing you with powerful annotation and note-taking features. I know I'm going to keep using GoodNotes when it comes to other parts of my work as a teacher and researcher, but for specifically curating papers, building up notes and literature review, I'm fully committed to the Zotero app cause. And I'd love to know, are any of you using it? Have you discovered it yet? And if you are using it, can you throw any of your own tips into the comment section down below? And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content and you'd like to see more videos about PhD life, PhD research, I also from time to time make a little bit of content about my experiences as a stage 4 cancer patient. We keep things generally very silly over here, so if that's your style, I'd love for you to give this video a like and consider subscribing. Until I see you in the next one, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you again soon.